Una here to bring you another OPTC video. Today we're going to be going through Heracles 40 stamina. Um, what happened with this video is I was actually out of town, so I recorded this on a friend's laptop, which was very nice of him to let me do that. So this will just be a voiceover after the fact. And wow, I was on a hotel actually when I was recording this, so you'll see that the load times were a little slow. But what I can say about Heracles is that I was pretty excited to get him. I thought he was a fun player to have on my Japan account, but I don't think he's anything that, unless you have specific team design goals, you're not going to be missing out on anything here. So I'll be bringing two teams to you guys here today. First will be a double Blackbeard team, just because I think that is the safest and most consistent team to beat him in a solid 15 turns. And then we'll also do kind of like a slasher team, just because, hey, everybody wants a slasher team to win. So what you need to know about the version with the Blackbeard team is that basically some people will recommend stalling on various levels, like so levels 1, 2, or 3. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I prefer to push through and not take any damage on 1 and 2, and then stall on 3. It's because on this level 2 you can potentially get 2 quick dinosaurs, which you'll see I got here, and obviously quick is very difficult to take out with an all-strength team, particularly when you have the Navy ship and you miss your perfects like I do right there. So as a result, I'm going to take some damage here, and I wanted to show you guys kind of like the worst case scenario. The one rule that you need to know for a double Blackbeard team is just over about 70,000 is the amount of health that you're going to want in order to take Heracles down on the first round. You can do some fancy tricks, such as taking out 1 or 2 guys and bringing along excuse me, Mr. 1 to stall. But this is probably just the easiest, no brain, just when you're farming and you're not even thinking, this is probably the way you want to go, where you want to just keep it just above 70k so you don't have to get creative. So I showed you this video, so we're at 81k, so we should be fine where we wouldn't have to stall. The one trick you need to know here is that basically when you complete this round, Usopp has to have 2 turns left on his stall. So right now I'm at 3, so we're going to push this just one more round. And now that he's got 2 turns left, we can go ahead and just take out the rest of these turtles. And that's because you'll get a preemptive on the next round that flip all your orbs to... oh, and I didn't do enough damage, so... Womp womp. But that's fine, because this is the next round where you'll stall, so that just means you have 1 less round to stall here. But anyways, the seahorses will flip all your orbs to RCV. Activate your Usopp. You don't have to here. You can actually push through here and stall on the crab, and then activate Usopp on the next round, like I said, if you're below 70k. But if you're above 70k, just activate your Usopp, and what you'll want to do is push once you have your Blackbeards on a 3-turn cooldown here. So here I'm on 3. Since I took 1 extra turn in the previous round, I can go ahead and just start pushing here. So pretty mathematical with how you look at this in terms of the 2 turns on Usopp and Sage 3 and 3 turns on Blackbeard. And there's a lot of leeway. Like you saw, I missed one of my turns to kill the turtle and lobster round. So that's what I like about this Blackbeard team is I don't think I lost once. So once you get here to Heracles, what you're going to want to do is focus all of your attacks basically on Heracles. You'll just do a little bit of damage, and then what happens is all his forest friends are going to attack you, and then bada boom, bada bing, you pop Blackbeard, and you'll have him almost knocked out. I don't think I ever actually knocked him out just with Blackbeard alone here. There are some tricks you can do in terms of, like I said, if you were below 70k, you can stall there and take out, I think, 3 of the guys, and then next round when Heracles and 3 guys attack you, you can kill them. But this is just the simplest. I recommend one of your subs being Monster Chopper, just because his special's ready at this exact 15 mark, and then you can kind of usually take him out or just hit him with a couple of your characters and it'll go. Other than that, the Arlong and the Luffy, they're beat sticks. You can bring any high damage, high attack strength unit, and you're going to be fine. This level's super easy with Blackbeard. Can't stress more that you really need to look at maxing your max beard. And then for the next round, I remember I did a double slasher team, so double Mihawk. Just make sure you grab one with 17 cooldown. And then mostly just pick a couple characters that are int. The two big things to remember for a slasher team is obviously double Mihawk, so you can get the 50% cut. and then bring a single turn time delay unit, and then bring in like a Usopp. The single turn time delay that works best is Mr. 3, just because he is an int unit. You can bring Zoro or I don't know, any other single turn time delay unit will work. But the general idea here is that since your max cooldown is going to be 17 for Mihawk, you're just going to have to stall a little bit longer. So you'll see here, instead of pushing through on the first stage without taking damage, you'll actually take a hit or two here. Looks like I took one hit. It's not extremely mathematical, like I said. Like you saw with the previous one, you can really kind of push or slow down your run on this stage based on what units you get here. Now the advantage with obviously a double slasher team is here is you can. I don't think I ever really took hits from the dinosaurs. It's pretty easy to kind of take these guys out with double slashers. You just do enough damage, and you have like the rainbow team that you can pick the unit that's strong against that dinosaur. So here we get to the Toidles. I like Toidles, and it's going to be the same thing where basically once your Usopp is at max, because remember you have 2 more turns to stall, that's when you can kind of push here. But you can wait longer if you want. I think when I ran this, I didn't have it all calculated because it's not super hard if you have the 2 time stall strategy. Again, this is a super consistent approach. There are faster teams such as like double Sengoku if you have them, but hey, I don't have Sengoku. I'm not cool like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think these turtles have a decent amount of HP and defense, so you just got to watch it that you're not going to take them out too quickly. What do I have here? I've got 4 turns left on my Mihawk. So yeah, you're gonna. Oh no, I am wrong. You do want to wait until you have 3 or 4 turns on your Mihawk, because you won't be using any stallers on the next round. That's why I was stalling here, because here you're gonna just take out all the seahorses with your units just through normal attacks. You'll see you have one turn cooldown. I actually stalled a little bit longer than I needed to, but that's fine. And you're just going to push all the seahorses at this point. Another trick you can do is, you can see I brought the coffin boat just so I can take those hits. It's pretty much a standard for slasher teams. And I messed up, so I got bound here. But I didn't feel like going over the video again, so you'll see, I mean, with this team, you can really just push your stall a lot. I mean, here I got bound for 5 turns, and you'll see I'll outweight the bind. But in any case, the 2 bind stall strategy is fantastic. But as I was saying, with the coffin boat, you can actually bring the Sunny Go if you want. You won't have as much HP, right? You lose 50%, that 50% push. But if you wanted to, instead of attacking the guys around him, you could use the Sunny Go actually to take out the herd around Heracles, which is very useful. So based on your strength levels and where you find what you're having challenges with, you can kind of play with your team setup and stuff like that. But just remember, 2 stallers, a couple hard hitting int teams, and that's really all you need to know to beat this level. Mr. Double Mihawk here, just so OP. His special is so broken. Without him, I think a lot of free-to-play players would just struggle a lot more. And you guys will find, because I've played Japan as well, when the Colosseum starts hitting, and there's like, the single, the pre-attack buffers where you have to, have so many chain attacks before it gets worn down, it really hurts the Mihawk teams a lot. But they just released 6-star Law, which can bypass that, so something to look forward to. So here you can see almost all the characters are kind of basically down to nothing. I do spend the turn to attack here because I don't have the Sunny Go. I went with the Coffin Boat, partially because I didn't really have my strategy, mathematically figured out like I usually do. I just put together a slasher team real quick just to show you guys how it's done. So you saw I did Mr. 3 right away to stall so that I'm not hit by the little forest friends, and then as soon as he enrages right there, I activated Usopp, and then you'll see I've got another 3 turns here to take him out. This is going to be really, really simple, guys. Just put your hard-hitting orbs on your hard hitters, and you're going to be able to take them out no problem. So, not the best run, but at least it shows you that you have a lot of leeway when you're running like kind of these slasher teams and stuff like that. You saw I messed up, and I still had plenty of time and health to get through this. Actually, I didn't even need to use this up there, did I? Cool. So, guys, that was a double slasher and a double Blackbeard team. As you can see, Heracles is a fun boss. He's not too hard, but again, don't gem for him. If you can't beat him, just wait. He's really, really like the best support unit, honestly, for some of these teams like Croc and Strong World Shanks. But unless you have them, I mean, he's useful for like Log Luffy teams like that, and he's useful on a shooter team, but he is not required. So just keep leveling up until you get the units to do the damage. And all right, guys, well, Una out. We'll see you next time. Good luck with your farming.